It is finally time for the room tour 2025. Hey guys, it's AprilMayRain. You are looking awesomely beautiful today. I'm Christian Baldoff and welcome to the studio. Guys, in this video, I'll be doing a full vlog style kind of video showing you everything that I've updated in the last few years. But guys, I'm all about a very healthy work to game ratio lifestyle space. I'm all about having a communal space, chill spaces, communal game spaces, and then workspaces, communal workspaces. All of that is going to be explained in this video as I'm going through every little detail. So guys, buckle up, here we go. Starting right here and moving forward, we just have to say hello to Ahsoka first. How are you? After her surgery, her new favorite spot has been back up here. Poor thing has only one back leg, but she's been doing great. Oh, yeah, okay. That is her new favorite spot. She's been loving these soundproof panels, actually just scratching them up. But let's talk about the door. This has been the most exciting and most interesting upgrade of the room because not only is it soundproofing, but it's actually a texture that's made the room look super futuristic. Like just looking over here, looks really futuristic. I definitely like this pattern more than even something like this, which right now these are on the ground just because I've been testing to see if I want to mount these on my back wall. I don't know if I recommend these yet, but as I'm messing around with them, I will let you know. This material is plastic, so wish it was more like soundproof because this is really nice to have, just to buffer some of that sound. The trash can. Guys, it is so important to have a trash can in your setup, but you want it to look clean, you want it to look good. This has been one of the perfect trash cans that I just push aside and then be able to pull out. I pop this open here, easy as that, super, super convenient. Coming into this mirror, it's always good to have some mirrors in your setup. I have quite a few. It makes your setup look much bigger than it actually is. You also have to watch out where you're placing your mirrors because you don't want them to be in any way, like, so it's a fine that I'm showing some cables here, but what I don't want to do is show any exposed LEDs or anything that is reflecting that shouldn't be seen. That's why I have kind of the plants here. This is actually from IKEA. I do not think they make this anymore, which is so sad. I actually have two of them on either side of the rooms. If I find anything online, I will definitely post it here. If it is available, that would be super awesome because these are very cool. You get 3 drawers and nice 3 shelves. And I like that there is some same space between these two and then you get a nice height here. So it's been great. Originally, I got these to mount my lights on before I had the monitor cage. And I actually would extend the lights out from these things. I'll see if I can find a picture. And that was kind of a nuts setup. Coming to these speakers, these are the Kanto Tux. These have been awesome. Cannot recommend these more. I do have a full video on those as well, just about how I installed it and what I had before, but these are incredible. Going to, boom, the sub. Always love having the sub on the desk. I had it off the desk once and hated it because every time I'd throw a grenade or there would be an explosion, I wouldn't feel it. And now I feel everything from having the sub on the desk. So I don't know if I can get away from it now. So it has been one of the most coolest parts. I do want to get one that has this white comb. It looks super cool and super clean. Coming to the desk now, this is a first the desk is 80 inches and then the entire setup is 104 inches, I believe, because these extenders are another 12 inches on either side. So I got 2 of them. This desk is a behemoth. It is the white on white. This is the V2 legs. I got the V2 legs because I actually gave my old desk to my partner that's downstairs. She's been loving it, but right now it has been a full upgrade for me up here, getting to the 80 inches, which I desperately needed to handle this. So this is a monitor cage. I think that's the technical term for it. Monitor cage. She's like, what are you doing? Monitor cage. This is holding a 38-inch monitor here, a 38-inch monitor here. These are both LGs. And then I believe a 27-inch just up here. I've been swapping this one out. This is just a normal 1080p. Actually, this is a 4K monitor at this point, but I went from 1080p to 2K to 4K. My next upgrade for these is going OLED, so that will be my newest upgrade. But just to explain everything that's on the cage as well, I have 2 Elgato lights, and how I've rigged all of this up is there's these monitor brackets and it comes with 6 of them. This is a whole finance setup where you can have 6 monitors on this thing, but it only is worth it to put 6 monitors up if you're gonna use them. For the perfect setup for me is 3 monitors. You always want 3. I think 3 is the perfect number where you're doing something on one of them, you're having research and information on the other, and then you have notifications, you know, Discord, anything like that on the other. And then you can expand on that, but if you get to 4 monitors, it's like, really? Do you really need 4 monitors? I've had 4 and liked 3 better. I've had 2 and liked 3 better. So before I change my mind on that, just let me know why I don't have this full monitor curve. Is I don't need it. Everything that I'm gaming right here. This is the setup. Here's my keyboard. It's the K100, beautiful with custom keycaps. Got my nice Corsair mouse pad. Got to make more videos on those. My setup over here. Got my Sheer microphone. This has been my microphone for the longest time. Also, the Logitech webcam. It's still the Brio. I can easily scoot this together to where it makes a seamless line where it doesn't have the camera out, but most of the time, with my work calls and everything, I have this camera set up there. And I'm gonna go quickly to the ceiling because I do have a full green screen that I've mounted on top of this. So if I pull this down, you get the, I'll just do that, why not? Yeah, full green screen effect, super, super cool. That drops all the way to the ground. The great part about that is too, is when it's dropped down, it also shows a full green screen on this side. So it's double purpose. So if you're looking at it this way, green screen would be here. I could have a whole camera set up and do a shoot here, or just be using the green screen for a stream or something. So speaking of streams, this is where I've been putting my phone that's been running the Fortnite streams that I've been kind of experimenting with, just to have every action that is happening on your face. So that's kind of the new fun things that I've been working on. I use this guy for just my dock setup. It does have phantom power, so that's really important for you to be able to power a mic like this. So you do have to remember that. I do have the Elgato Stream Deck, which has been very, very fun. This has been controlling the lights, so super cool to be able to turn those on and off. Also, the temperature of each light I can control, so that's also super cool. And the brightness, so I can make these, wide as they need to be, and as orange as they, it's almost like red, cool. Like I have windows here, so that's really important to show, is that if it is light, I wanna just diffuse some of that natural light the best I can. So actually explaining kind of, I'm trying to go this way and this way. These are, I should actually be turning these on, but they're pretty harsh. These, what I call the fish tank lights, they're wicked. They will brighten up this entire room pretty well. I know it doesn't like seem like it is just because the camera, but this is, yeah, like look how bright, it brights everything up. And I'm using one of these guys to power it. So every time I push this, I just reach down and push this button, which gets us into cables, but I really quickly want to mention that I do have some soundproofing. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in this room. These are really, really nice. Love how they look, how they are framing the mirror in this situation, and then how they frame the windows up here. Continuing on, want to talk about the Cube. This thing is freaking amazing. I want to work on something for 90 minutes and then I want to take a 30-minute break and then go back to work on it for 20 minutes. And I love that I'm able to just do that with a time cube. And then I got the Xbox controller, still is kicking butt with the little stand. I want to go to the chair because it's just what I'm walking around. Noble Chairs is fantastic. I want to upgrade this to the all leather one, but because I got cats, it has been taking some damage, mild damage, and we'll eventually upgrade that soon, and this will go to Rebecca, so it'll be fine. I'll be chilling this here, because as you want to see, the desk actually operates. So I'm going to push 1, because that is my first preset, that drops the desk down. You can see how fast this desk moves. Look at it go. Awesome. And then I'm gonna raise it back up. I should move the chair as we are doing this. Check that out. Very, very quick, very, very easy. I am almost maxing out up there with how close it does get to the wall. Really quick, let's talk about cable management. So I have several videos on how I've managed to cable manage all of this, but I do want to give you guys maybe a never before seen of what this looks like behind. Look at this. Could probably do a better job tucking these guys up there. Like, yeah, looking at it like this, kind of intimidating, but there's a lot that I think I could do a little better, but that is pretty dang good, guys. Look at that. I'm proud of that. Really quickly have to give a shout out. One of my favorite mice that Corsair makes, but I'll make more videos on that later. Let's talk about Gladys. So there is some cables that are coming from Gladys that are coming up here. That's just because I just recently, okay, I have an Elgato capture card up there with a few adapters in order to get the iPhone, what is it? This is like a 12 SE to be doing the face cam, but this is the HDMI, actually I know that is the display cable for this monitor, which could be ran under there. I just haven't done that yet. But this is Gladys. Gladys is slightly a transformer. I could turn on maybe some more lights, but I do have the Vengeance RGB in there. I do have two fans that are blowing just air up through the case and have a very nice configuration that transforms. So when I'm running games or something like that, I usually will prop it up with this glasses case because I'm getting nice airflow down here. When I put this down, it's pulling in air from the case, hot air from the case, which I don't really want to do. And there's already a fan here that's blowing some air out. So it's also just circulating this air, which is being sucked in through here and then blown out. So all the hot air is blowing out through here. Honestly, the pro move would be setting it up as high as it possibly can. So I could scoot this in farther and then have it prop up more, but I don't want to have any of the radiator covered. So I think it's a good setup right now. This is on the 14th gen i5. The motherboard's MSI, which I really like. Got to go with the Corsair water block. I want to possibly switch cases because right now it is open. There's glass to it that I can put on, but I don't really like the glass because it's more like tempered glass. This is a 4070 Ti Super, one of the coolest cards that I think you can get that is part of the 40 series. Have not upgraded 50 series yet, but I can fit a bigger card into this if I want to, especially with the 750 power supply. Oh, it's an 850. I did not notice that. This is an 850. I just made another PC that has a 750 in it, so the fact that this has the 850 means I can push it up a little higher. Other cool things about this case, Gladys. I call it Gladys because of Portal. It looks very much like the reminiscence of the main character in Portal if you look at it like of the main villain in Portal. So very, very cool. As I am continuing on, this is one of the things I get asked about a lot is the PC stand. This is just a basic monitor stand, I think. Everyone talks about this as being something that is very unique about the setup, and I do agree. This is one of the coolest parts just because it's very unique in the way that it makes a PC look. And I've had several PCs on this, and I think it is very cool and underrated to have. So definitely one of the parts, one of the things that you can get for your setup to make your PC pop, and that's great. We can talk about this stuff. This is just some AirPods, and this is the new Rode microphone that I'm using right now. So coming to this stuff, let's talk about this headset that I've been using for the past year. It has been great. I know they just released a new version of these, and the Voids just came out. I'm super interested in trying out those. Also, really interested in trying out Corsair's new mouse that looks super cool with all the buttons. That's what I'm super excited about because it comes in white. And there's the other tuck speakers and another IKEA setup with the same drawers for storage. I have a really nice Logitech wireless keyboard. I take this keyboard quite often to put over here to do work or use the TV with the whole wireless setup. So I'll also do that with the mouse because as I'm coming back here, I have an HDMI cord that goes directly to the computer all the way to the TV. Now I'm gonna slightly pull back and go on this side, but this whole cable goes through here, down here, actually up and over, down, up, around, you can see it around, comes down, goes up here, and just ugly up here. And then it goes into the setup, which we can go through there later. But that is the thing that I'm trying to figure out the most. If you guys have any thoughts about wireless HDMI dongles or something, I already tried to drill a hole through here and have the cable run through there and then go around the back, but there's a huge stud here, and I'm like, oh, I might have to go through that wall and out the other way. Trying to do this as best as I can. Coming back through here also for storage. Sometimes I'll take out that fan if I'm playing a very intense game. I'll prop the fan here and then that'll blow on the PC to have more airflow to it. And coming to, I just have some storage here. This is where I just kind of put stuff. Also am filling up these shelves as well with as much as I can. These work super well with storage and everything. Moving to the couch, this has been an awesome couch. It's been like 5 years since I've had it. Been great. The cats have liked a little bit of the sides, but this is, for me, the perfect size. You also want something you can sit and lie on the ground or make a, literally, we've put beds here, we've put guests up here, we've had whole movie nights and game nights up here, so it's very fun to have something that you can blow an air mattress up and have next to. The lights that I have under here is, every time I talk about lights, you guys are just gonna see links. Moving to one of the most underrated parts about a studio setup is the coffee table. Guys, this is a utility coffee table. I am not going to stress this anymore, but one of these is such a game changer when it comes to somewhere you can eat, somewhere you can play games on, something you can do push-ups on, something you could put a ladder on, flip over, scoot around. Like, this can just move in any way that I want to, super easy. There's no legs that I can trip over. You don't want anything that isn't super sturdy. One of the best use cases for this actually is workouts. I will literally use this as a workout bench to dips on, anything that you can to make your setup multi-purpose. So having a utility coffee table, guys, super, super important. So we'll not stress that enough as a very easy upgrade to really maximize the space that you're in. A little home pod, somewhere I can charge devices, watch. These constantly are switched out with different types of connectors where I put things to charge for the work setup, but as I'm going through there, this is the Nano Leaf lines. You guys already know. This is one of my favorite mirrors in my entire place. It's the triangle mirror and a staple now to the setup. This is the nice 2-drawer file cabinet. Very, very useful just for all the files that I have. This also has a top drawer where I put a bunch of storage and equipment and stuff in. So like, yeah, scissors. Coming up to this desk, and I'll go over this desk really quickly after I talk about what's behind it, because I think that's important. I got these noise canceling slats with some greenery and then some more slats on this side. I did have lights around it. Those lights kind of failed, so I might redo the setup here. And then of course, I got my PT4Cs. The tube lights from Amaranth have been sweet. Also, another big upgrade to the setup was this Amaranth 300C. This has been an awesome light as well, with this nice big sun. We do call it the sun every time we bring it out or move it around. It's just the sun, with a utility desk like this. I believe this is just like a 70-inch desk, nothing too big, not as big as this guy, so just to do the comparison. But this is a work desk. So you want a workbench desk to also be standing. So this can get super low, this can get super high. I mean, as high as that goes, because I've literally slid the computers over to work on them and then I'll put them back over here. Well, I'm super excited to talk about that. Should show you what this arm is. You can put different attachments on this, and this is really, really useful for any type of top-down shooting or just stable shots that you need to do on your desk. And I think this is really nice to have just multiple things that you can kind of use this with. I have 2 of these desk mounts here that are from Elgato. They're originally for these lights up there. But yes, having a workbench, so this also is on wheels, I should mention. So these wheels are great that I can move them around. I don't know why these are just sitting there, but I can pull this entire desk. I can have this desk here, I can have this desk there. I can move this anywhere around the room, which is great. With the carpet's actually really nice because the desk doesn't move once it's in place. These are just caster wheels. So, and then I got some mild cable management under here. Nothing too fancy, just some more the little shelves in there, but nothing, yeah, nothing too fancy. Got 2 IKEA dressers. These have been just for clothes. All my clothes are in here. I have some storage and utility stuff in there. Actually, I have like my workout things. Yeah, all my workout stuff is in there. So I have weights and stuff that I'll pull out to do literally workouts when I'm watching movies and stuff. Guys gotta stay fit. So these are great to have 2 of these. I also have the glass top for them because that is what you need to show something like this. These are the computers that I have built. This guy I built and repurposed in 2020-ish. And then this guy, of course, I've had since like 2016. This is OG Poseidon. So this is Aorus and this is Poseidon. This is just more soundproofing. Actually, it's for my cats, so they have a scratching post, because otherwise they'll just scratch the couch or the chair. Moving to the TV. The TV is one of my proudest achievements in this room recently, because it is something that I just was able to hide the majority of the major cables from. So of course, there's just that HDMI, but all of the power cables that used to be there are now gone. If I go behind, these lights are the Hue sync lights, which the gradients for the 65 work really, really well. I am going to install some downstairs, but I don't think I'm gonna go with the Hues for those. But looking at the other side as well, I have a Kanto wall mount back here that can do crazy things like go way, like this TV, if I had two hands to pull it, this TV can go pretty far out and can even turn all the way this way if I want to be sitting at the desk and use my controller and playing the game there, or if I wanted it turned over here, I'll push that out and then be facing the TV and watch tutorials on taking apart things or building computers or whatnot. I do have the Sonos Arc here. I updated to the Ultra immediately because this is something that will be in my room probably for a very long time, and since I had the original for so long, upgrading to the Ultra as soon as I could is the best possible thing that you can do to maximize the bang for your buck. Just the philosophy there, if you take it or leave it. And then this is an awesome little floating, just nice utility, also utility because it's got this drawer, but entertainment center that has been also in the room. So that is the TV. And I think the last thing is the fan, which I don't think is available, but these bladeless fans are super, super cool. I've loved the one that I've had up here just because the LED is so sweet when it does the ring, and then it has a full can light as well that just makes all this illuminate when we're playing cards down here or eating or doing anything. It's just nice to have a good modern fan up here and not something that isn't actually going to be doing anything for you. So that, I believe, is everything in the room. And then we should say bye to Ahsoka, just tucked in. There she is. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I'm Christian Baldoff, and as always, stay awesome and beautiful, and hope I'll see you once again.